I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not in a great place right now. A lot of things I said last time, yeah, I'm still feeling it. Oh yeah, we're totally on the Divine Beast now. We're not at the summit of Death Mountain. Wouldn't Elden Volcano make more sense, since Death Mountain would, you know, imply a mountain, not a volcano? I suppose Death Volcano doesn't have the same ring to it. This is the only one where we don't have to attack the Divine Beast outright. Mind powers, yep. I'm Charles Xavier. You know, these days with how I'm feeling, honestly, there are times where I could just cry, but I don't. You know, if there ever was a time for me to do just that, it would have been today. I was alone at home today, not much else was going on. You know, speaking of which, I was alone at home today. I could have gotten some stuff done. There was a lot of things that I could have done instead, but I just didn't. Instead, I was just lying there, not doing too much else. And then, I also used today, you know, my day off, to catch up on some sleep. I actually got some good sleep last night, like a good night's sleep. And then, halfway into the day, I took a nap for a couple hours. What exactly was this do? Oh, right, to make you stand still. I'm like, I don't have any cannons to launch you. What did whistling do for you again? Oh, that's right, it's make you stand still. Okay, so you stand still while I deal with that up there. Oh, there's a sledgehammer right there. I don't really want to drop anything just to pick that up. Coincidentally, there are rocks right here. That sentry chose a bad place to stay. But yeah, today I had the house to myself. I had all this free time. There were a bunch of things that I could have gotten done, and probably a lot of things I should have gotten done. However, I just wasn't in the mood. Now the question is, was I just lazy? Was I just a lazy fat tub of lard? Or, you know, is my mood just, is my mentality these days just making me not really want to do anything at all? And you know what else? You know what else just absolutely adds to me just having such a bright, positive mindset? The people I have to deal with at work. That's not gonna stop anytime soon. And you know, speaking of work, I can't wait to see the comments that say, well, if you don't like the way your life is now, then fix it. Do something about it. You know, you're saying you don't have any money, then get a job, get that money. Work hard, secure that bag. Oh, God, maybe not stand here, maybe not stand here. Go, 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 go. Get over here! Oh, it doesn't reach over. Well, best to make sure. Well, yeah, people who tell me, you know, if you don't like the way your life is now, do something about it. Find a job, and work. As if I'm not trying, you know? I've discussed in the past me having a couple of job interviews, and none of them have reached back out. It's not that I'm not trying. In fact, I have another job interview coming up. Oh. Oh, there it goes. And I don't even have recall. Those were a lot closer than I thought they would be. I think I messed up. Where's my last autosave at? That's right before he fired the cannon. You know what? That's fine. Yeah, it's not like I'm not trying to get a job and earn some money. Just the other morning, I had... Has it already been... Yeah, it's already been fired. Good. Just the other morning, I was abruptly woken up at 10 a.m. Yes, I know, 10 a.m., that's rather late. I was abruptly woken up at 10 a.m. by a phone call from this place that I applied to. Like, it was not provoked, not anything. I didn't get any messages, no nothing. It was just a random phone call. And in that phone call, the guy was just like, I wanted to go over your resume. I wanted, you know, a chance for you to go over your resume. And I'm just thinking like, okay, what is there to really go over, right? Alright, so I worked here, I went here for school, and this is my volunteer experience. What do you exactly want me to go over? Like that was a weird way to do a phone interview to start off. Just, I want you to go over your resume. It's like, alright, I worked here, I went to school here. Not a whole lot for me to really go over. And then, you know, scheduled an in-person interview for like almost actually, I think it's in less than a week. So I am trying to get a job and quote-unquote better my life for all the good it's gonna do, you know? But it's also like, well, I've said this before, I don't want to work. Do I want this job? No! No, I don't want to work. I don't want to work. I don't want to have to wake up early and do a 9 to 5. However, you know, that's just the world we live in. I want to stay home. I want to play video games all day. I want to watch TV shows all day. But that's not the world we live in. And finding jobs is just gonna get harder and harder. I'm sure you don't need me to explain the whole thing about, like, you know, the more the population grows, the more demand there is for work. But there's, you know, all the roles will get filled out eventually. I don't know, man. I'm trying. Oh, come on! I even walked slowly to try to get you. Oh, there's a star fragment back there. I need those. How far away is that star fragment? Far enough to the point I can't even see it. Not done with this yet. Ah. Okay, so you stay still. Let me see. Do I come up here to do something? Or do I just have to... You know, do I just have to walk around? Because I don't really see anything I can use. I think I just need to book it. Unless there's that. Oh, there's the star fragment. Where is that, actually? But if I go and grab that, that's way too far. Because if I do that, if I come here and grab it, then I'll have to come over here and, you know, walk all the way back. Ah. I think I might have to sacrifice that star fragment. Normally I would not. Normally I would absolutely go and grab it. Especially the fact that if I don't grab it now, we're just gonna need a grind for it later on. Let me just check. If I stasis you... Okay, the light also goes out. Good to know, because I can do that. I can do that, and then I can grab the boulders. Just gonna wait for you to loop over one more time. Oh god, get out of the way! Okay, so I'm clearly gonna stasis you. That may have been a bad spot, but hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Aw, damn it. I messed up. At least now we get to see what this looks like. Oh, thank you. Not this time. I'm actually not too sure what I need to do here, besides just stasis them. Wait a minute, what's that? What? Okay, that... My depth perception ain't working. You know, it's hard to tell. Yoink! Come back here and grab his ass. Pause. And I feel like the obvious answer would be, you know, go seek therapy. But, like, how am I supposed to pay for that? With what money will I pay for that? I have a friend who is going to therapy, and he said he pays, like, $150 an hour, I think. I can't remember exactly what he said. Oh, I almost wanted to try to do a sneak strike. I can't afford $150 an hour.
I'm scared.
Are you kidding me? Clearly, I was button mashing there at the end.
It is my pleasure.
That was pretty bad timing, but it's okay. I'm amazed this weapon isn't broken yet. Direct shot on what looks like the spine.
That was so cool! You really put a licking on that thing, Link. It's time to finish the job. This is our big chance.
That actually is pretty ballsy. If you missed, well, you're done for. Not like Inobo exactly has a way to make a soft landing, so can't exactly blame him for not jumping.
Hey, little guy. Long time no see. I always knew you'd come back. You know, I never stopped believing in you.
You see how nice it is to hear this stuff as opposed to stuff like Rivali says?
You're here to take control of old Rudania back from Ganon, eh? You're gonna need a map that shows the guts of this place. You can grab the info from the guidance stone over there. Now get a move on.
My entire life, I basically only hear things that are given to me in the tone that Rivali says. Never really in the tone that Daruk says. Oh wow. Was that really worth programming into the game? Putting a chest there just for that? Could have given me something a little bit better. And you know what else sucks? You know what sucks maybe the most? The fact that nobody hears me. Nobody will ever know I said this stuff. I can say this stuff all I want. I can record it and put it out, but nobody watches. Nobody cares. I'm kind of like Conquest, only without the muscles, the long life, and the, you know, genocidal atrocities. Not a single person in the entire universe would care. And, yeah. It's pretty much the case with me. I have no money to afford therapy, so I have no choice but to just, you know, sit here with my thoughts. At least me playing these games and putting out, regardless of if anyone hears them or not, at least it's a way for me to talk about it and get it out. It's better than nothing. The alternative is just suck it up, deal with it. That's what I've been told to do my whole life. I'm also feeling much better. I'm still blowing my nose a fair bit, but for the most part, the sore throat, the stabbing pain in the side of my mouth, most of it's all gone. I just need to blow my nose. Damn, that's actually not a bad bow. What am I using right now? I'm just using a quick shot. Well, yeah, I can drop this. Damn, I should have lit the torch first. This is the only divine beast where the lighting changes. I am recording, right? I am paranoid. I am recording? Yes. Yes, I am. Good. You know, I could have recorded this during the day today, when I was alone at home. I had all day where this was one of the things I could have done. But, you know, I just wasn't in the mood. I just sat around, didn't really do much. Sat around and then slept for the rest of the day.
Nice job getting the map of the Divine Beast. The terminals that control Rudania are noted by the glowing points on your map. To take back Rudania, you'll need to activate all of the terminals. You got this, little guy.
Thank you, a nice little reassurance. Nobody in my life ever tells me, you got this. Well, the only times I was told that was, you know, exam season. And look at that, I still failed college a good number of times. Hold on a minute. Even if it is time consuming, let's play this smart for just a moment. I'm sure there's more. We'll deal with it when we get there. Oh, there's 2 chests under here. Okay, good. I actually could use those. And those. Alright, let's see. It's not hot enough in here to the point where, you know, my wooden bows set ablaze instantly. In fact, it's actually pretty chill in here. You see? Okay, a chest did fall from that. I really just need to put on my heat-resistant armor when I'm outdoors. Inside, I guess this place has that pretty good AC. Yo, living without AC is just, like, not worth living. Without... What did that even do? Aha! Another case where I should have kept the bow. But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna need to put the armor back on. Where'd it go? I should just leave this on, regardless of if it's chill or not inside. Okay, so it looks like I need to bring a blue flame out here. But I gotta hurry, otherwise the torch will actually break due to the fire. It's a shame we can't run with it. This ain't Twilight Princess. You couldn't exactly run with the sword out, or run with the weapon out. But you could swing it while you were running, so that was something at least. I think Twilight Princess was the only game you could do that. Oh, you know what? Speaking of Twilight Princess... So I heard this theory online, like, could the Curse of Demise actually end? I've heard theories in the past, like, if you destroy the Master Sword, maybe the curse will end. Because, you know, Demise's remains are inside the Master Sword. So if you destroy the Master Sword, then maybe the Curse of Demise will break. And thus, no more Ganondorf reincarnations, no more Hyrule being plagued by evil. And then I heard another theory, which I'm surprised I didn't even consider this, but like, oh yeah, I guess that could work. However, like the theory proposes, there is a pretty big glaring problem. So the theory is that if you simply just use the Triforce and wish for the curse to end, yeah, that'll probably do it.
4 terminals remaining. That's the way.
There are 2 problems with that, however, one bigger than the other. The first problem, you would actually need to find the Triforce, and then actually put your hand on it to wish for that to be the case. So that's the first problem. And then, there's a pretty big, glaring second problem. Nobody knows about the curse. You know? Nobody knows about the Curse of Demise. The Curse of Demise, that happened at the very beginning of the timeline. The only person who would actually probably know about the curse would be the Link of that game. He probably didn't really think too much about it, and
3 terminals remaining. All right, let's get moving.
you know, he probably just lived the rest of his life with Zelda, passed away of old age, and you know, he lived his life. And then it wasn't until after he was long gone that the first reincarnation of Demise happened, and it's like, well, the cycle has begun. So I see there's a terminal this direction. So honestly, nobody knows about the Curse of Demise. In order to wish for the Curse of Demise to break, to end, you would actually need to know about the curse's existence. And you know, that's where Twilight Princess comes in. The only games that briefly mention this curse would be Skyward Sword, because that's where the concept was introduced, and whoops. And Twilight Princess briefly had something about that, despite the fact that Twilight Princess came out before Skyward Sword. Oh, I already went there, never mind. I mean, we've learned from the backstory and dialogue from these games that the royal family is aware of the reincarnation of Ganon. But they don't know it's a curse, right? We also saw at the end of this game that Zelda has the power of the Triforce for some reason, and it never comes back up. So, you know, had she simply known and wished for it to end, yeah, that would do it. But nobody knows about the curse. And where's this eye at? There it is. You pesky little shit. Seriously? I can't get back on, huh? What on earth? Oh great, now how am I supposed to get back up there? I gotta go all the way back over there for it to work.
There are 2 terminals remaining. Just a little more.
Something tells me there's an eye for that stuff. However, where? Oh, right there. Okay, so there wasn't a chest there, but at least we cleared it. Anyway, so there is a terminal right around where we are, just a little bit lower. Oh, right there! I feel like I wasn't supposed to do this terminal this way, but who cares? Can I not grab it because it's covered in malice? Wow, that's actually the case. Stand a little bit further. Stand even further.
Just 1 terminal remaining. Just 1 more.
Alright, and this one is around the tail, or at least the anus of this thing. I'm going the wrong way. Where is this? I think it's in there, but how do I get in there, actually? Do I need to jump into there from outside? Yeah, it's definitely in there. That's definitely a space I can go into. But I didn't see anything out here I can jump into. Unless... Nope, that just brings me back there. I don't remember how to get in there. Oh! Right. Okay, so clearly I need to block those flames. I don't suppose I could just pick them up, can I? No. And maybe don't walk right into the blazing fire. Maybe that's a good idea. Wait, what happens if I turn? Nothing. That did nothing. Like, can I actually move this and block the flame with it? I should probably take this back. I don't need a torch anymore. It briefly worked, but not exactly. I kind of remember there's something far back I need to grab. I don't suppose I could just take one of these, right? Because I see over there. I see there's something metal over there. Oh, I think I get it. I think I get it. If I burn it from this side, I can reach over and grab it. Wait, no, I need to turn this. There. Problem solved.
Nice. That was the last terminal. Now go ahead and start up the main control unit. There should be a new glowing mark on your map. You're gonna need to make your way over to that. Stay focused, little guy.
And the music goes even more intense. I don't know if there's any more chests I missed in here or not. I'm just gonna go straight for it. I should probably heal before doing this. That would probably be smart. And let me double check. If I take... Oh, that's right, I have two of these. Well, we're the one with better defense. If I take one off... No, I can do this. Because I want to see Link's face during the cutscene.
Watch yourself now. That ugly pain in the crag is Danny's handiwork. Thing got the best of me 100 years ago. Good luck, little guy. Go get him!
Alright, now that the cutscene's passed, put your helmet back on for some better defense. Just attack. Never mind, probably don't just attack. This thing's hairstyle reminds me of someone. I can't, you know, I can't put my finger on who.
That flaming ball is dangerous.
Are you kidding me? What kind of bullshit was that? Okay, that was too soon. Do not go over the ledge again, please. Oh, that's not the attack you're gonna use. I wonder if I could parry that. As if it was Ganondorf, I could play ping pong. Yeah, that's right. Get nice and close so that I can actually attack you. I can't tell what's happening, but it's okay as long as I'm attacking. Nice. Excuse me. Alright, once again, let's see Link's face for the cutscene. Yep, pretty sure that's everything here. We don't really get to see the scenery again. At least until Tears of the Kingdom, where we can jump down here, considering this is now a chasm in that game. Alright, let's do it.
Great work, little guy. I owe you big for this. Because of you, my spirit is finally free. Can't thank you enough. I feel like I should apologize. I was doing all I could to protect Hyrule when that thing got the best of me. Sorry that me resting with the rubble caused such a mess. The good news is, Rudania is now back under our control. That means that our century-old Ganon beatdown plan can finally go into effect. I'm gonna take this down the mountain. I'll have a better shot at Ganon there. And then, once you've made your way into Hyrule Castle, we're gonna light that thing up. I want to give you something. It's a special power of mine called Daruk's Protection. It's no good to me now that I'm a spirit, but it might be useful for you. Here it comes! From this moment forth, the power of protection from the depths of my soul now lives inside you. Good luck, little guy. And give my regards to the princess. Set here. Now we just gotta wait for the perfect shot. Once Link is in the castle, Rudania will unleash an epic blast. Ganon won't know what hit him. Hyrule looks pretty good from up here, even after 100 years. The old rolling grounds sure are a sight for sore eyes. I wonder how the Gorons fared after the Great Calamity. I sure hope everyone down there is still going strong after every... Huh? Hey, look at that. Still going strong indeed. Ha!
Yeah! Yeah! Woo!
It is so incredibly heartbreaking. You know? Especially for Daruk. Can almost bring a tear to my eye. Alright, we'll have to see just how often we use Daruk's protection. Because once we use up all three, then we'll just have to wait for it to recharge. How'd you get down here so fast? Then again, maybe I'm the one who took a while to get back here. You know, I'm glad that at least Noble got to see Daruk. No one else got to see their loved one's ghost. Would have been nice if, you know, if Sidon did. Well, canonically, he did go back in time to Age of Calamity and meet with his sister. So at least that's nice. Oops. I actually didn't see that one that time. Alright, Nick Fury, what you got for me? You want to know what my idea was many years ago? A temporary medical eye patch. Now, what the hell do I mean by that? Excuse me. You ever have moments where your eye gets irritated and you just leave your eye closed for a while? Like you just close your eye, and or maybe this is just something I do. Sometimes when my eye gets irritated and I washed it out, it's all red, it's bulging, it's swollen, and I just need to leave my eye closed for a little while to, you know, for it to get better. Well, I don't want to just, the entire day out in public, just have one eye closed. You know, so why not have an eye patch that is specifically for something like that? It's not implying that you've lost an eye, but it's just something you wear with a symbol on it or whatever, so that you know, okay, this person's eye is irritated and they're gonna wear this for like half an hour, instead of just having an eye closed out in public, you know. Just something to symbolize that, you know, you're closing your eye for a little bit. Yep, there's treasure in here. So, well, while this thing served me well in the dungeon, I'm surprised it made it all the way into the dungeon. Well, I shall give this thing a warrior's death. This is actually one of the best weapons in the game. Two-handed, that is. Alrighty, so now that that's done... Anything? You know, if anything, that's something this game sorely is missing from the classic Zelda formula. Aside from cutting grass and finding rupees there, breaking pots and finding things in them. Because there's just not a lot of pots in this game. And even less pots where, when you break them, there's something inside. Yeah, I figured the rupees and the pots here haven't reset yet. Okay, what I want to do... I want to go over here so I can sell that armor. It doesn't have to be here, but I choose to be. I can't exactly, you know, quote-unquote, return one and get my full price back, because I'm getting 150 back for it, but I paid 600, so I lost 450 because I was stupid and didn't remember that I could just get one for free. Whoops. Wait a second. How many do I have? I have 2. Let's organize that. What do I do now? I suppose there are the shrines around this area I could do. Because we do have that one shrine quest, and then there's also the one inside of the crab over here, which you can see begins about here. So I kind of maybe want to go over here. So we now have 3 of the 4 divine beasts done. Making some good progress. You know, I'm kind of thinking, like, in terms of checklist-wise, how much left there is to do in the game, there's not too much. It's no... Oops, what am I doing? It's no Tears of the Kingdom amounts of things to do. And I'm not trying to say that the stuff we still have left to do is gonna be short. Gonna take no time at all. So obviously, whoops. Obviously we still have the rest of the shrines and towers to do. We only have the one tower left. We could probably tackle that rather soon. Is it in? No, it's not. Ah! So, shrines and towers, and then we still have the rest of the locations for the maps. But that'll come later. Anything here? Kinda doesn't look like it. I mean, obviously the biggest thing would be the shrines, the map. What the hell? What happened? Well, at least they give you a spare minecart here. In case that happens, whatever even happened there. We have the last Divine Beast to do. I mean, for the most part, it's just gonna be shrines. And then we still have the side quests to do. We still have frickin' Terrytown to do. Collect the rest of the armor, upgrade them. And boom! So, canonically, there's been a shrine in here for 10,000 years. The Gorons had no idea what to do with it because they could never get in. But they at least built a minecart track into here in case they ever needed to get in here. In case someone ever needed to get in here, which is pretty nice of the Gorons to do, all things considered. I mean, I'm sure without the minecart tracks, Link would have found some way to get in here on his own. Wasn't this a rather longer one? Well, I tried. Yeah, I think this was a long one. And I think there's a Forest Dweller's sword in here. Well, as much as I don't want to get rid of my bow, it has been used up. Actually, what do I get rid of? In fact, hold on. You think perhaps I could get an upgrade from Hestu? I mean, I can travel back here. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go see if I can get an upgrade, and then I'm gonna come back to actually hold that torch, because I don't want to get rid of anything.